Good morning, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards. I had one of my followers ask me to show you how I made this card. It's somewhat simple. There's a little bit of fussiness to it, but not too bad. Let me tell you the sizes and the colors. I use thick Whisper White for the card base, and it is 11 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. No, it is 8.5. 8.5 by 5.5. I knew that. 8.5 by 4 1/4, scored at, or 8. Okay, let me start over. 8.5 this way by 5.5 this way, scored at 4 1/4. There, got that. The top piece here is Granny Apple Green, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. This piece is Balmy Blue, and it's 4 by 4. So let me show you the pieces not put together. I've already put all the flowers on here. I die cut it. I used the Sending Flowers dies, which is part of the coordination product release that you can order now, and it pairs with the Sending You Thoughts. Now I used this die, and then this one right here. I already put it on there, and what I did was, for this, and this is oh dear, it is green. Call Me Clover. This is Call Me Clover. So I die cut it, this, and it looks like this, and you just take the pieces all out to where you have this. And then what I did, you can look at the back of this, I die cut my flowers using these dies right here, and I did several in different colors, and the colors I used were Real Red, Highland Heather, Crushed Curry, Rococo Rose, Daffodil Delight, and Grapefruit Grove. And I just die cut a bunch of them out because I wanted to make sure and have the right sizes for the different flowers. So if you can see, the flowers are different sizes, and I wanted to cover up as much as the green as I could on there. So I did that, and then I took my 4 by 4 piece of Balmy Blue and glued it to the front. And I'm going to use this right here so I don't get glue all over everything. And I didn't want my flowers flopping around, so I put glue on the back of the tops of the flowers. Now I just put little dots, and I did this after I glued my flower pieces on. So I just put glue on these, and then a little bit of glue in different places on the stems. Not much, don't need much, because once you glue the flowers down, it's not going to go anywhere. And then I put a circle of glue around here, because we're going to glue that blue piece on. It's like so. And you're not going to see this blue piece. So I just centered this, and it might be, the glue might be a little over. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's put glue on this. Alright, close to the edge. Okay, so put glue on that, and then I just centered this over here on the top of this. So you don't want it to be seen on these edges. Just put that down and flip it over, and kind of just press your flowers down, just like so. I'm using my silicone mat because obviously I got glue where I didn't really want it. So anyway, that's how you do this part. Then I took my ribbon, and this is the Daffodil Delight ribbon that's in the mini catalog, and I tied it around a bottle that I have and then cut it right here like this, because I'm just going to wrap it around. I'm going to put a glue dot here, and I'm just using my paper pumpkin glue dots and putting it on the back of the bow part. Just put that back there, and then you center the bow right, kind of right underneath at the edge of the circle, just like so. And then you're going to take some tape, flip your card over, and tape that ribbon down so it doesn't go anywhere. Kind of try to get it even and straight, just like that. Okay. Then I took my honeybee stamp set, and I took this piece, this sentiment, wishing you sunshine and happiness, and I kind of changed the shape of it a little bit because I wanted it to kind of fit along here, because if you don't change the shape then it's not exactly right. So then I took Memento black ink, and I'm going to stand up to do this so I can get it centered. And then you do the best you can to get it right kind of close to the edge of the circle. It's like so. That looks pretty good. So that's what I did with this. Then I took my card base. Before I do that, we're going to do the inside, because I stamped directly in the card base, like so. And I took the happy birthday that's from Sending You Thoughts, right here. That's what we're going to use. And I used Memento black ink, and just kind of put it centered side to side and up a little bit so that you have room to write whatever you want to write after the happy birthday, just like so. Okay, then I took this flower, which is from one of the flowers from the honeybee. It's the one that goes that direction. And I took some Stampin' Up markers, and with the kind of the paintbrush looking end, I just colored it. I colored the leaves green and the stems, just like so. Kind of tried to make sure there was plenty on there, because you're going to have to kind of huff on it to get the ink wet again, but so just do that. And then you take your Highland Heather and do the flowers. Kind of doing the same thing, you just want to get the Highland Heather on just the flowers. Just like so. And then you huff on it. And then just kind of stamp it right next to the happy birthday. Just like so. And you hope that you have enough ink. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that's the inside. Gonna let that dry a little bit. Now we're gonna take our front piece, and we're just going to glue that directly down to the front of the card. Like I said, this card, of course, I did the flowers. I put the flowers on top of the leaves already because that's a little fussy to try and line them up and get the right size that you want. And then I just centered this on the front of my card, just like so. Just like that. And then the last thing I did was I took one of these little honeybees that came from, well, that's not the last thing, but this came from the January paper pumpkin, and I put a mini Stampin' Dimensional on the back of it. I mean, you could use the honeybee here, but it's a little bit bigger, and I didn't want that big of a honeybee. And I just put him right there. And then I took some Wink of Stella, if I can find one that's not empty yet, and put some sparkly on my honeybee, just like so. And then I took some gems, and these are from these particular ones are from the Noble Peacock. I don't think that's the ones I used. I think I used, oh yeah, I used these. These are the holiday ones that were in the holiday catalog. You can use any of them that you want. These are just the ones I used. And I put in the centers of the yellow flowers, I put a red, kind of a red colored one. And then in the center of the others, I used a yellow colored one. Get that in there. It just added some sparkle to the card. And then I took these yellow ones and put them in the centers of the other flowers. Like so. Oops, that's coming loose. Might have to put more glue on that. We can do that. We don't want that flopping around. Oops, too much. Wipe it off and stick it down just like that. Okay, and that's the card. I hope you like it. Let me know if you have any questions. You can kind of, if you didn't put too much glue on there, you can take and lift these. Except they might be glued down, so I'm not even going to try. Yeah. You could lift those before you glue it down, and then they would stick up a little bit, but it's not really necessary. It's whatever you want, however looks good to you. And I wanted to remind you of my giveaway. For anybody that either signs up as a demonstrator under me or purchases $50 worth of product as a customer, I will send you a packet of these rhinestone basic jewels. That's $50 before shipping and tax. Just go to my website, elainescustomcards.stampinup.net, and I will send you a packet of these after you do your order or sign up. And remember that the coordination product release for these dies, and let's see, there's these dies, there's the Nature's Thoughts dies, Special Days dies, Ladybug dies, and Birthday dies, which I did a my last video was with the birthday dies, and then the Pleased as Punch designer series paper. You can purchase those now until until the supplies, while supplies last, or March 31st. So, and then this giveaway that I'm having is until March 31st. So you have a blessed day and have fun stamping.